All today, and distinguished attendees, fellow youth leaders, development partners, ladies and gentlemen. Let me preface this statement by saying how truly honored and humble I am to be here with you today, being invited to speak at this high-level event during the United Nations Fourth International Conference on Financing for Development. Is not just a professional moment for me, it is personal. I want to thank the Economic and Trade Cooperation of African Youth for organizing this vital conversation and for choosing such a powerful theme, youth-driven capital, unlocking innovative financing for Africa's green and digital future. As we gather here in this historic and beautiful city of Sevilla, let's remember, this is not just another policy meeting. We are here to build real solutions. We are here to commit, and we are here to energize a movement that sees Africa's youth as not recipients of charity, but as leaders, creators, and problem solvers. Our continent, Africa, has been identified as the fastest growing with the youngest population of all the continents in the world. That's true, as even the United Nations has indicated, quote, Africa has the youngest population in the world, with 70% of sub-Saharan under the age of 30, unquote. But this isn't just a number we toast at conferences or research forums. It is our greatest asset if we choose to act in meaningful ways. For that to happen, we must break down the barriers that have kept our young people from thriving. The lack of access to finance, limited job opportunities, digital gaps, and the ever-growing threat of climate change compounded by substance abuse. Today, we have converged miles away from our continent to talk about a segment of our population that matters the most, but is faced with challenges that require urgent attention. In 2023, 53 million youth in sub-Saharan Africa were not in employment, education, and training, meaning that more than 1 in 5 young people, or 21.9% in the region, were not in education, employment, and training. According to the International Labour Organization's 2024 report on global employment trend for youth, the lack of productive and decent jobs remains the largest market challenge for young people in sub-Saharan Africa, unquote. Young females have been identified as facing major additional stumbling blocks when seeking to enter the labor market. With 8.9 million of them living in close proximity with conflict, the young people in sub-Saharan Africa have been significantly impacted by political instability and conflict. Amid these challenges, agriculture has been identified as the primary source of employment for young workers in sub-Saharan Africa and accounts for 60% as of 2021. Youth potentials aren't just about the future. It's about the power that exists right now. We are talking about policy potential, investment potential, innovation potential. From my own path and story, let me tell you what I believe so deeply. During my work as First Deputy Speaker of the Mano River Union Youth Parliament Liberia chapter, and working with USAID DAR's support, I led an engagement that raised over $65,000 United States that expanded the Mano River Union Youth Parliament Liberia chapter. What started with 4 members grew up to 30 dynamic voices across the 15 political subdivisions of Liberia. It wasn't just about number. It was about giving more young people a real place at the policy table where decisions are made and changes are effected. With financial support from ACD Avoca, I rallied my colleagues and we worked on youth in agriculture projects in 2 of Liberia's 15 political subdivisions, namely Nimba and Bon counties. We went beyond handing tools out and seedlings to helping young farmers believe in themselves. We helped them see farming not just as last resort, but as a smart entrepreneurial choice and a career with dignity. With this model adopted and replicated across our continent, agriculture will not only remain a major source of income for African youth, but also a major source of wealth of the young people of our continent. And in the Democratic Republic of Congo, while serving with the United Nations Organization Stabilization Mission, I work with communities, especially in Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo, to design peace-building projects led by youth and youth leaders. What we saw was powerful. Better dialogue, strong civic engagement, and community healing or social cohesion that contributed to paving the way for communities to actualize their potential in various areas. All of this has taught me a simple truth. When young people are trusted, supported, and funded, they do not just participate in change, they lead change powerfully. All of this has also given me the understanding that the future that Africa has lies very firmly and strongly in our young people. Our convergence here has been driven by many factors, one of which is the threat or challenges to the fulfillment of the Sustainable Development Goals that face some of the scary reality of experiencing a financing gap of 6.4 trillion United States dollars by 2030. With this scary gap, how can SDG 8 be fulfilled in achieving sustained economic growth and high level of economic productivity for the creation of well-paid quality jobs? That's why today's conversation must go beyond good intentions. We need real action grounded in smart policies that address the challenges facing the young people of the world's poorest continent that has been left behind for many years and remains behind even today, as the phraseology "leave no one behind" is being globally trumpeted and parroted. It is important to emphasize that traditional financing models have fallen short of meeting Africa's development needs, leaving billions in annual climate change financing gap, limited access to capital for startups, investments in sustainable agriculture, critical mineral, and renewable energy can position youth as leaders in Africa's green and digital future. Africa can leverage the digital revolution to empower its young people to create solutions like mobile apps for financial inclusion, and inclusive communication, which will enhance access to education, healthcare, and markets. Empowering youth with science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, as well as digital skills, is essential to achieving digital transformation in Africa. The African Union's call for decade of accelerated action, 2025 to 2035, is a genuine realization that the African continent, especially sub-Saharan Africa, needs to accelerate youth skills development, which will end learning poverty and foster innovation. I fully support the Youth Financing Framework and the Sevilla Accord on Youth Financing for Development. These are not just documents. They are tools that can be used to change lives and the lives of our young people. They can help us move money, training, and resources into the hands of young people who are ready to build, from tech entrepreneurs in the cities to the climate change champions in our African villages. And I also call on the African Union and its partner to not only let these efforts become one-time projects, let's make them lasting policies. Let's build systems, not just programs. While I appreciate the International Labour Organization and the African Union in developing a joint youth employment strategy for Africa, I use this opportunity to call on them to evolve and operationalize the necessary tactics that ensure that economic solutions are found to the economic problems of the young people of our continent in timeless ways, so that young people of this beloved continent can be moved from one level to another. Our continent and its leaders should not only verbalize, but remain committed to ensuring that young people are brought in and remain, and also maintain their places in the driver's seat of policy making and implementation, while working tirelessly to prioritize the decisive creation of decent jobs and increase in youth employment and empowerment. Unlocking capital, looking beyond money. When we talk about youth financing, we need to look beyond the numbers in the budget. We must invest in training that teaches young people how to innovate, whether it is in business, tech, or climate solutions. Change rules and laws so it's easier for youth, especially young women, and those in rural areas to get loans and start ventures. Build partnerships between governments and businesses that bring not just money, but also mentorship and new ideas. And we must also create decentralized systems that respect and respond to local needs and responsibilities. It's time we think of capital not just as cash, but as courage, trust, and access to opportunities. To the young people here and across Africa who are under my tune of voice at this moment, or who might listen to the recordings after this engagement, you are not waiting to become leaders. You are leaders already. Whether you are building an app, starting a community garden, launching a climate change program, or leading a protest, you are already shaping the future you want. You don't need pity, no, never. You need systems that help you grow. You must demand better from us, your leaders, but also hold yourselves in high standard. Push for funding, but also fair frameworks, not compromising integrity, which should be your chief guiding principle. Raise your voices and build platforms that lifts others too. As we prepare to leave Seville after a few days of conversation, including this one, let's carry more than inspiration with us. Let's carry actions, but not just action plans. Partnerships as well as clear goals. Most importantly, let's commit and operationalize the action plans and leverage the partnership as well as achieve the goals we've set for your generation. Let's imagine and then make real. A future where a young person in Uganda with a climate change solution, or in Nigeria with a fine tech idea, or in Liberia with a sustainable farm can get what they need to succeed and succeed in their own backyards without becoming economic refugees as well. This isn't just about unlocking capital, it's about unlocking hope, fairness, and transformation. Let's dare to fund the future because the future is already here. And it's young, it's African, it's green, it's digital, and it's waiting for us who believe in it. May this gathering lead to bold and real actions and change, not just remain mere talks. If you have never known before, please know this. You are the ones you have long been waiting for to make African youth the people who occupy and maintain enviable places within the family of young people globally. Please note and take very, very seriously that the foundation you wish would have been laid for you to inherit must be laid by you to bequeath to the future generation of Africans. Now is the time to lay it. May God bless you and save our continent. Thank you.